All right, welcome everybody. This is hopefully recording. I forget what these settings actually look. And save that. Let's see if we've got. Let's see if we've got this going into DCNH TV right now. I doubt it. It is. Oh goodness, that's beautiful. All right. So now we're published officially. Let me find my screen that I was using. Yeah. All right, let me just close a couple of tabs, even though this is what I was really working on. All right, let's do it with this. And here's issue number 1 for us. I'm loving this. So DCNH TV, DCNH.TV has got, full screen that, has now got Weare up in the top left, which is great. Should be with LRN audio. And there we are. This is what we're looking at with the infinity screen. So this will continue to load picture and picture and picture and picture and picture until you can't even see it anymore. So we're going to get out of this full screen. We're going to close that tab. And I'm pretty excited because basically what I just did was basically while it was live, after it was started, went into YouTube, edit settings, and changed this playlist to DCNH TV. That playlist is embedded into the center of DCNH TV, so anything that goes into that goes right at the top, and boom, there we are. So that is pretty wicked cool. I'm very excited about that. The biggest part was that it happened on the fly. That was kind of cool. All right, so here's where I was. I got this error on video.fsp.org, so I'm going to go into Unohost, go into video.fsp.org, and it says it's -20 valid. So HTTPS won't work at all, and if we go to here, we can actually see that there is no accept and continue. That is because the site has a policy called strict transport security, because I have that box checked. That forces that essentially. So we're going to ignore the diagnosis. I don't know if it's going to work on this one, but ignoring it is actually quicker than running it. So I'm just going to try it and see if it fails. If it does, then we will assume it's not ready. But it says it's verified, says it's signed, and yeah, we're good now. So if I go back to video.fsp.org, the Free State PeerTube is basically, right now, what this is a backup copy of the Free State YouTube. So Free State NH on YouTube is being backed up right to this channel. It was, I ran out of space. I had to delete some videos, and I believe we're just about ready to add space to that now. So what I was contemplating, what I was thinking about doing is try it with just my username. Yep. All right, and then the channels and synchronizations that I have here. And so let me log out and just see if port. Here we go. All right, so if we look at the channels there, we do have the Free State Project channel on there. And what I was wondering is if I had already created a live stream, a channel that I could live stream to, but I didn't. So we're going to go with that. And I'm going to check DCNH TV again, just to make sure this is coming up. Bitcoin is at $94,999. Happening, working properly, buffering a little bit, but it's probably because of Yep. All right, so that's working. Everything else is good. We're going to close that. And this right here is apps.fsp.org. What apps is it's a collection of some of the applications that we're trialing and would like to be able to use if we can find some hosting space for them, someplace to actually put them that is scalable enough without really costing us a lot of money. So donated space is awesome, but if we have a solution that we could just use as storage somewhere else, then that would work too. We can get a VM in the cloud, but to get a terabyte or 10 of storage is very difficult. Google gives it to us. That is not exactly aligned with the rest of these applications. So I don't really want to take a whole bunch of open source applications and then store everything on Google. I just don't like that idea. Google gives us terabytes and terabytes and terabytes of storage for free. All right. I rambled, showed how to renew a SSL certificate, and not sure what else I want to cover here. What I was just working on. So this is unauthenticated. I was just working on my life story. I've been working on this for a couple of months, actually writing it in readable format. And it is just about ready to release to the public. So it's right now you're just getting a sneak preview. The only one that has access to it right now is FSP support. But this entire collective, this Silk Road collective, is really the big project that I've been working on. And as you can see, nobody has this login except for me. And I do need to release this before I can't. So right now I've got the cloudfsp.org is on a platform that should not be able to be shut down unintentional. Documented in the database, so we would be able to get to this point if anything happened where I couldn't release as publicly as I wanted. It is still able to be discovered. It would just take a little bit of work to do that. So here's our free state tech. First of all, we do need help. I am essentially running the whole show single-handedly, and I don't want to take any credit away from anybody else that has contributed here and there into parts and pieces. But the other 95% has been work that I've been doing, essentially volunteering. I do get a couple $1,000s a month as a stipend, but that is really only 10% of what I should be getting at the very least. So this is not sustainable for me, and I am working on ways to pass this torch on to someone else. What we have is we've got Keela running our customer relationship management database, and we put all of the emails out through Keela that keeps track of our whole subscription and membership database. The operations here, I'm really surprised I haven't filled that out. Yeah. As you can see, this is not complete. I do get to work on, this should be free state tech. This is exactly what I wanted to start documenting. I was just thinking about this today, and these are exactly the pages that I'm looking to help or start to fill out here. So here is the volunteer link. Work best volunteers. All right, here are the tech positions that I had open that I was looking for volunteers with. There's web designer. There is a tech lead for PortFest, which is essentially a web designer. And working on the ticketing and scheduling system. Liberty Forum, again, another tech lead that is a separate site, separate entity, and requires really separate attention. The CRM database lead, this is to manage the Keela program. So it'd have to be a pretty trusted individual in order to allow access into the CRM. But this includes a lot of automation. This is where a lot of the real engineering skill comes in. And it's unfortunate that I can't dedicate my time to one specific thing. So I would be able to make Keela, for example, shine. I do have these other PortFest Liberty Forum web designer and the overall tech lead, which basically manages the platform, the updates, the databases, and everything like that for the websites. That is what we're looking for volunteers. And we've got news of actually got to get April created. So we can work on that right now. April 2025, and we're going to find the, I don't know if this works if I just search for April. It's probably not the right sign. Aries is what we're looking for. Peace. All right. I could have looked down here. So April 25, got March 24. Let's copy as a template. Once that does finish loading, April, and boom. Okay, so we're going to say Liberty Forum. And I don't know if I'm going to write this while we're on the screen share, but yeah. All right. We're going to leave that skeleton there, and we're going to go on to calendar. Let's get into the Google Calendar, which I don't think this account has access to. But we're going to look at Liberty Forum, and then this one is the 6th, which will be next week. This tech meetup is what I was looking to shift over. This is on FSP shared, and I want it to be on I want it to be on one of the I want it to be on the website, basically. So fsp.org calendar. I'm not sure which. Select calendar. This is what I wanted to see. So there is no generic. But if we do Merrimack Valley, it's technically where I'm doing it out of. So we'll put it on that Merrimack Valley calendar. I do have access to it. Excellent. So now if I take create an event here. Title and time is going to be Free Speed Tech. Online Q&A. It's going to be at 12 o'clock p.m. until 1 o'clock p.m. Weekly, and it's going to be at, now we're going to have to find an address in Jitsi. See how this says the room name is unsafe? Just gonna block that for right now. The room name is unsafe, and that is because it's too short. So I'm gonna name it. Oops. Free Street Tech. And now it's just been about the microphone. So this address is not gonna prompt as though it's scary. And so now Tech Online. And I think we can change this calendar to Merrimack. Yep. Now I just need to do a description. Here we are. And let's see what we had on the other ones. Calendar. Of making them public at one day. So this probably has the description that I'm looking for. Google wants to cooperate and not take over my entire computer. That would be nice. Clicking that button, which should show me more. All right, I'm just going to view by the day, which is right here. FSP Tech Meetup. Those links, and let's see what this one looks like. The same thing. Okay, so this is Need that. Consolidated. Don't need. All right, these are the major web properties. We can get them formatted a little bit better. There we go. All right, now the legacy, Porkfest, Liberty Forum, shop. Those are good. And this is going to be I'm doing Shift Home and Control K there to turn that into a link. Control K usually prompts if you want a link, but because it is already an address, I lost my cursor. It is already an address. It's what else do we got in development? Cloud.speed.org is actually going to go to tech. We're going to get this guy out there. We're going to put that, oops, Control K, but I'm going to edit that. Just so you got something prettier to look at. Oops, it didn't do what I wanted it to do. Hit that link. Save that. That, nope. That, save that. Not going to like it, but. All right, so we got the cloud, we've got those collectives there. Photos. Let's see what our photo album looks like. Operations, websites. There's our cloud here. We don't even have the cloud here. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't even have the photo library out here yet. So let's go to photos. I think one of these is going to get me to the share that I want. think it's that one. Photos.fsp.org, cloud.fsp.org. Yeah, let's actually put this entire URL in there. So those are in development. OS Ticket is also in development. I'm gonna leave that collective open. I'll leave that open. And there's Ticket. Oh, should be video. Why put spaces in those? All right, so we've got PeerTube, all of those. Those are all good. Good stuff, good stuff. That are pretty cool. So here we are. Our server monitor, that is not friendly to the public, but it is actually monitoring and alerting Telegram when a server goes down. Okay, I think that's it. We've got hubs out there. We've got scheduling out there. You know what else? We've got is, I think it's hubs / events. No, so porkfest.com/events. And this is our PorkFest schedule. In theory, it is the way everybody wants to see it. So looking for Joel. Here he is. Joel and Joel. So that's another thing in development. Let's throw that one out there too. Boom. And All right, we're looking good there. I think we've got Liberty Forum. There's laptops that need work, but I think those are good. All right, I think I can handle those. Oh yeah, TV. This is going to be tv.fsp.org. If you wanted something exciting for this call, there you go. So you got to get that fixed, get that out of there. That was coming from Liberty Forum live stream. So drop that in there for a little bit. And I should probably change this to, unless that's this right now. Okay, let's leave that like it is. We've got Porkfest, and we've got Porkfest. We've got Carla, and we've got Jason. It looks like Porkfest as well. So we're going to pause all of these. This is Free State TV. Typically, the center one is going to be the Porcupine Report. I bumped it so I could do the Liberty Forum live stream. But we could actually go in and fix that right now, I believe, pretty quickly. Yeah. Gonna open up. All right. Just looking for a safe page to make sure I wasn't doxing anything. .org/ I don't know, maybe too late to back out of doxing myself. But what was I doing? Free State TV. Let's see if we can find that real quick. Porkfest tv.fsp.org. Now this file, index.php in there, doesn't have anything sensitive in it. These are all public links. And we've got the Free State NH is a variable here somewhere. Yeah. I believe it's that one. And we're going to change the center window in this code to go to that one instead. And we're going to change these because we're going from oops. To frame. All right, I think I messed up completely here. Okay. Paste that there. And then this has got to be YouTube. And this has got to be YouTube. Let's save that. Minimize, and we'll go back to our little pretty TV station. Hit refresh, and we got it. And there we are. Sold nearly 300 tickets. About a third of those who are arriving are from outside New Hampshire. Who's come out? Okay. So Free State TV. Add that into there, and I guess this is the state of the Free State Tech. So that's, I'm going to copy that, put that in my updates, operations, news, April. Can I edit this? Or no? No, not from there. That was the read-only link. So edit here. Make that a heading. I don't know where my heading went. Oh, there it is. Okay. That's going to be heading 2. This is going to be heading 1. And this is, oh, let's just get the heading. We don't need a heading there. Reform state of the Free State Tech is some bullets. Actually, I just wanted to paste. There we go. All right, so now we've got this in our collectives. All right. Oops. These are both the same. This is actually better to do to the Free State, to the board, rather than putting it out publicly in a calendar. So I'll do this first, and then you know what? I'm going to save this to my calendar just so it doesn't get lost. SP Tech. I'll save it on my personal one for now. So now, back in here, if we go to Hubs, Hubs is actually the is the And free state cloud is gallery is a all right, this is for well, like starting with tracking there, it is a way to manage group emails and yeah, I think that's a terrible way to describe that, but all right, and I think that's good for all of that. There, production, we've got fsp.org, legacy to fsp.org. Make sure you're still working. And porkfest.com, libertyforum.com, and shop. And then development is hold this guy. Going to actually heading to this guy. All of that. And this should probably be moved up. Just do that to make it a higher priority. Cloud is good. All of these other things, yeah, can fall off. All right, that's good. We're at 1 o'clock. I heard the cuckoo, and we're going to leave the state of the Free State right there. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching. Thank you for testing with me. Forget how. Yeah, hopefully that all worked. My Jitsi is showing red, so I don't know how well that really worked, and it wasn't really complete anyway. So hopefully that was informative, and we'll see you next time at DCNH TV.